Imagine a world where everything you believe in is stripped away, leaving you to ponder the vast emptiness of existence. Have you ever heard of nihilism? It's a philosophical perspective that questions the very foundations of meaning, value, and purpose in life. Nihilism, as a general way of thinking, can arguably be traced back as early as the ancient Greeks, and likely even earlier. The actual term nihilism, however, was not properly conceived and defined until the 19th century, when philosopher Friedrich Jacobi used it to criticize ideas and theories associated with the Enlightenment era, rationalism, and transcendental idealism. Particularly, Jacobi feared that Enlightenment rationality would lead to a sort of nihilism as a consequence of it, explaining away religion and ultimately devaluing the human sense of self. Although Jacobi was the first to properly use the term, nihilism wouldn't really garner any significant cultural recognition until it later appeared in the novel Fathers and Sons, written by Russian author Ivan Turgenev in 1862. In which Turgenev used the term and his characters to express the cynicism that the younger generation of 19th century Russia felt toward tradition, authority, and previously established intellectual ideals. The term nihilism would soon become associated with Russian revolutionary activity and would meld into what is now known as the Russian nihilist movement. Many renowned philosophers have made profound contributions to nihilism, including some of the most influential thinkers in history, each offering a unique perspective on life's meaning. Friedrich Nietzsche. Often associated with nihilism, Nietzsche's declaration that God is dead and his critique of traditional values laid the groundwork for much of modern nihilistic thought. Søren Kierkegaard. Although not a nihilist himself, Kierkegaard's exploration of existential despair and the leap of faith influenced later existential nihilists. Albert Camus. Known for his philosophy of absurdism, Camus explored the conflict between human desire for meaning and the indifferent universe, which aligns with nihilistic themes. In general, depending on who you ask, there are 4 to 6 different forms of contemporary nihilism. This includes existential nihilism, moral or ethical nihilism, epistemological nihilism, metaphysical nihilism, political nihilism, cosmic nihilism. Number 1. Existential nihilism. Existential nihilism asserts that the universe is indifferent to human existence. Unlike religious or spiritual beliefs that attribute meaning to life, existential nihilism views life as inherently meaningless. In the face of this meaninglessness, individuals are compelled to create their own purpose and values. This personal quest for meaning is a central theme in existential philosophy. Number 2. Moral or ethical nihilism. Moral nihilists believe that moral values are subjective and relative to individual or cultural perspectives. They argue that what one culture or person views as right or wrong may not be universally applicable. In moral nihilism, concepts like good and evil are seen as human constructs without inherent validity. Moral nihilists deny the existence of intrinsic moral values that apply to all people at all times. Number 3. Epistemological nihilism. Epistemological nihilism aligns with radical skepticism, which doubts the possibility of certain knowledge. It suggests that our perceptions and beliefs about the world are inherently flawed and unreliable. This form of nihilism argues that even if there were objective truths, humans would be incapable of accessing or comprehending them fully. Number 4. Metaphysical nihilism. Metaphysical nihilism denies the existence of inherent essences or substantial entities in the world. It argues that what we perceive as concrete and substantial is actually devoid of any inherent reality. According to this view, the reality we experience is an illusion or a construct, lacking any true or independent existence. Number 5. Political nihilism. Political nihilists reject the legitimacy of established political systems and authorities. They view government, laws, and social institutions as inherently oppressive and unjust. They advocate for the decentralization of power, believing that centralized authority leads to corruption and tyranny. Number 6. Cosmic nihilism. Cosmic nihilism posits that the universe does not care about human existence or aspirations. It is indifferent to our struggles, achievements, and values. It argues that there is no overarching purpose or meaning to the universe as a whole. Any meaning or purpose we attribute to it is a human construct. In our journey through the depths of nihilism, we've explored a philosophy that challenges the very foundations of meaning, value, and purpose in life. From the rejection of inherent moral truths to the vast indifference of the cosmos, nihilism confronts us with the stark reality that life, at its core, may be devoid of intrinsic meaning. Yet, within this void lies a profound opportunity for personal growth, freedom, and creativity. Philosophers like Friedrich Nietzsche, Søren Kierkegaard, and Albert Camus have shown us that while the universe may not provide inherent meaning, we are not condemned to despair. Instead, we are invited to embrace our freedom, take responsibility for our actions, and create our own values. This existential courage transforms the challenge of nihilism into a call for authenticity and self-determination.